It is Tuesday, April 5th. This is Raven Dana, and welcome to Walking Between the Worlds. These last few days, for a lot of people around me, have been very intense and very strange, energetically and eventfully. And it seems that everybody's emotions have been cranked up into overdrive. I'm not sure why that is, and I don't want to speculate. I suppose it might have something to do with the sun's solar flares we've been having, but I'm sure there's a bigger picture than that. And it's just a few days after this new moon, which definitely felt more like a full moon. So some combination of things, I'm sure, has brought us to this point that we're at today. I thought this might be a good time to have a little visualization and relaxation and see if we can't get regrounded and just feel more relaxed and stable. So I'm going to give you a minute or so to get yourself comfortable and find a place where your back is supported. And please feel free to share these meditations with anyone that you feel may be stressed or may be having a hard time or may be in a difficult situation. So, you can copy the link and pass it on. You can text it, you can email it. Please feel free to share if you enjoy this relaxation time. Okay, bring your attention to your breath and take a few very slow, very deep breaths. And as you breathe, allow yourself to float on the sensation of breathing. Feel all the things that breath moves in your body as you breathe. Feel your chest expand. Feel your belly as air flows down into the bottom of your lungs. Relax. Allow your eyes to close and feel the way you float up on your inhale and drift gently down on your exhale. Find the still point as you breathe. Breathing in, at the top of the breath, you touch that place where your breath turns to become an exhale. And float down, down, down to the bottom of your exhale. And touch that still point where your breath turns to become an inhale once again. Relax. Allow yourself to float, rising to the still point and drifting down to the still point. Feeling your body soften a little more with every breath. Relaxing your jaw, shoulders, and belly. As your body lets go of tension, you feel yourself melting down onto the surface that supports you. You surrender to the gentle pull of gravity. And in that quiet, your mind also becomes still. As your mind lets go of that noise, and you find yourself floating effortlessly, images slowly begin to rise around you. And you find yourself walking up a slope, not very steep, but an incline just the same. Walking a path that is lined with trees. And as you walk, you can smell the scent of pine and hear the birds overhead. you go up and up the incline, gently winding around the side of a hill. And to your right, the land begins to fall away, and a magnificent view becomes visible. You can see through the trees a valley and a river running through the valley. The sun is just at the right angle, and the river is like liquid gold, sparkling like diamonds, alive with light. And you stop for a moment and just look between the trees, watching the light play on the surface of the water. And far across the valley in the distance, you see clouds as if they're tumbling against each other. Large, brilliantly lit, a sculpture of light and shadow on the horizon. And you see suddenly something move past you, and you realize there's a large hawk circling over the valley, almost at eye level to where you stand. It's floating on the wind, catching the thermal, riding the air, outstretched wings, brilliantly lit by the golden sun. And you step a little farther off the path and sit down on a big rock between the trees. And you watch the stillness of the land unfolding before you. And you have a sense that the trees welcome you, recognize your presence. And as the trees exhale oxygen and breathe in carbon dioxide in their never-ending cycle, you feel your companionship with them. You deeply feel that symbiotic connection. And it's almost as if you can hear the trees communicating with each other through their roots deep below the ground and through their scent that they allow to flow to each other on the air. And you wonder if your thoughts and your emotions similarly fill the air around you in a way that you cannot recognize, but maybe other animals or plants can. In this moment, you are completely compelled to relax even more deeply. You sigh, feeling yourself settle down onto that rock beneath you. And you watch as a few squirrels scurry up and down a tree. In the distance, those clouds begin to shift and change, blown by a wind far enough away that you don't feel it. But the clouds are moving and changing shape. And you can also now see in the distance that it's begun to rain far away. And you think how remarkable it is to be sitting where you are in the shade of the trees, watching the sunlight play on the river below while watching the rain on the horizon. What a beautiful and remarkable place the world is. And you lean back against a tree and close your eyes, bringing your attention gently back to your breath. You find a place of balance, grounded with the rock beneath you, the water flowing and raining, the breeze blowing, the birds soaring, the trees whispering, and you feel the way your own heartbeat is part of the rhythm of nature itself. And you breathe it all in, breathing in the world and breathing out a bit of yourself back to the world. With your breath, you begin to flow now back into the moment, into your body, into the place where you rest, gently calling yourself back, filling your body with your own awareness, filling yourself with that energy and light, the swaying of the trees and the flowing of the river. You return to the moment, feeling relaxed and grounded, and part of a magnificent and beautiful world. On the next breath, you allow your eyes to open. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed the journey and that it brought you a bit of stability and groundedness. Until next time, have a lovely evening.